My name is Nicholas von Sydow, and I shall be presenting my take on our Berlin study tour. Firstly, I'd like to start by discussing why Berlin was chosen and why it was such a good city to visit. Berlin's economy has been structurally weak for many decades, but recent trends show that Berlin has caught up with the rest of Germany over the past decade. In 2015, the GDP reached 1.24 billion, which is 4.1% of the national total. In terms of growth, Berlin had an average growth rate of 3.6% between 2006 and 2015. 2.7 is the national level. This shows that as a city it has done a lot to catch up with the times and put themselves in a much better position to compare with other big cities. Secondly, as it has seen large amounts of startups over recent years. The funding initiative Research Campus is a public-private partnership for innovations of the Federal Ministry of Education and Research. It has been launched with an objective to strengthen Germany's competitiveness as a strong location for research, development and innovation, therefore creating a great platform for young aspiring entrepreneurs to come. Berlin is also a creative hotspot and an attractive location for young technology-oriented companies, and the business rely on an excellent R&D environment. Companies like Henkel, Bosch and Schleicher have chosen Berlin as their development site for their incubators and support labs. This shows as a city they want to be leading in innovation. As a location, the capital region offers businesses and investors ideal conditions, such as well-developed infrastructure, an ultra-modern telecommunication structure, a large number of qualified potential employees, as well as an excellent science and research community. Berlin's economic structure is diverse and it is shaped by industrial firms with a long traditions, strong SMEs and dynamic service sector, as well as innovative high-tech businesses. An additional important advantage is geographically central and strategically advantaged location to the capital, which opens up access to the important economic regions of Western and Eastern Europe. The capital's new airport, BER, as well as Europe's largest modern railway interchange station, ensure optimal connections. Now that I've discussed what makes Berlin such a great city, I shall move on to discussing what each of the businesses we had visited had to offer. The three I shall discuss are ECF, Farm Systems, InFarm and R Berlin. The first business was ECF Farm Systems. ECF Aquaponics is an innovative high-performance system which enables the resource-friendly and commercially viable production of fish, vegetables, herbs and fruit. ECF Monitoring Technology. The ECF monitoring technology is a combination of innovative measuring and control units synchronized and programmed with the know-how of ECF Farm Systems. As part of the ECF monitoring technology, real-time measurements or relevant paramatics come together. Based on defined requirements, the values are compared and a control signal is sent in real time to the unit in question in either the aquaculture or hydroponic system. The result is optimal aquaponic production environment and a high standard of resource efficiency to ensure that the production process and ECF monitoring technology also includes remote maintenance and alarming. The tailored fish production. The ECF aquaculture circulatory system consists of a system-specific number of fish in a basin, the most modern filter system and oxygen reactors. The components are mainly made of BPA-free plastic. The ECF monitoring technology calculates the optimal pH values, water temperatures and food amounts, this resulting in an increase in the fish's welfare and boosts their immune system, lower their mortality rate and enables a continuous stable harvest volume without compromising size or quality. So the last one is the ECF hydroponics. So optimizing cultivation methods within ECF hydroponics is a method selected which is best used for plants they've chosen to grow. These systems can be supplemented by using lights, LEDs and water amounts, and this will benefit the production. When we visited, they were currently supplying all of Berlin's supermarket with basil. We got to take a few away. The next business we visited was InFarm. This is a 40-plus person startup based in Berlin, and it is developing an indoor vertical farming system capable of growing anything from herbs, lettuce and other vegetables, and even fruit. Their business idea was to create many small production stations around the city to produce plants at a perfect condition. By eliminating the distance between farm and fork meant they could produce plants that would retain all their nutrients and therefore kept its natural flavour. The next stage for InFarm is to hopefully have a vertical farming solution in every grocery store. This would mean they would receive fresh fruit and vegetables every day. Some would ask if there was a market for this. However, over the recent years, they've moved the systems into all stores, all Metro stores, which is the biggest wholesaler in Europe, and the demand has been consistently high. That demand, has also been seen with InFarm recently, as a partner. EDEKA, Germany's largest supermarket corporation, is driven by have also seek to invest, and they would like to have all grocery stores with the same InFarm management system. Lastly, InFarm says the £25 million they've raised in Series A funding over the last couple of years will be used for international expansion and to further develop its 5,000 square metre R&D centre in Berlin. This will include bringing its vertical farm systems to Paris, London and even Copenhagen, in addition to the other German cities later this year. The startup is targeting 1,000 farms to be operational across Europe by the end of 2019. This therefore shows they have found a significant market and doing their best to dominate before competitors try. The last business to be discussed is R Berlin. This is a vodka distillery which is located in an urban setting in Berlin. R Berlin is a group of entrepreneurs that run a group of vodka distilleries around the world. Each micro distillery is run as an independent company with local partners who are also distillers, which means that the brand in each city becomes quite different. R Berlin has a very Berlin vibe to the brand. It is very artsy, whereas if you look at London, the two partners there are from gastronomy industry, so they're focused on more high-end restaurants. So even though it all belongs to the same company, R Vodka, each distillery does their own thing. The only thing that is the same is they all use the same bottle and the same distillation process, but use local ingredients, so the vodka all ends up tasting different. Berlin was chosen as a pilot city because they found really good partners, and producing alcohol in Berlin is very easy compared to other countries and cities. Their legislation is far less strict, which allowed the production to start much quicker. Berlin is also seen as one of the last true arts and crafts cities in Europe, therefore it suited the brand much better. R Berlin is currently in the survival stage of the nine stages of development. Therefore, it's important for them to keep sales up and look at where they can continue to expand to continue business growth. Overall, Berlin was a great trip, not only educationally but also culturally, and we were lucky enough to not only experience great new startups but also speak to businessmen that have seen great success, and this meant we could take a lot from it and hopefully put this into practice in the future. Thank you very much for listening.